are locked away. And there's a technical discussion to have about this hadith, and then there's also something to reflect upon as far as what the implications are at a deeper level, inshallah ta'ala. The first part of this is the technical part, which is that if all of the devils are locked up, why is it that we still have issues? Why do we still sin? Why do we still get into it with one another? Why do we still feel temptation? Why do we still hear whispers? Why is it that we still end up in the same situations? And in some situations, we feel even worse, right? When Ramadan comes around, some people would actually say that I'm feeling depressed because I'm not able to reach the goals that I had, and I still feel distant from Allah, and we're already 1 week in Ramadan and I don't know what's going to happen. So why is there still an issue, or why do we still sin, and why do we still have the same issues in many situations that we had before Ramadan? The second technical part of this is, are all of the shayateen locked away, or are some of them locked away? And so there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, another narration of Tirmidhi, where the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that maradat shayateen, that the big devils, meaning in the hierarchy of shayateen, in the hierarchy of devils, there are those that command the smaller shayateen, the smaller devils, to go out and to attack the people. And it is the big shayateen that are locked away. And the small shayateen, including the qareen, including the one who whispers to every one of us individually, those are still there. So your qareen, that the Prophet ﷺ talked about, that is with you, is still there. But the big shayateen that command them and that move things forward constantly and try their best to dissuade the people from acts of worship, to sway them towards acts of disobedience, those are the ones that are locked away. So the big shayateen are locked away, the small ones are still there. And some of the scholars said, in fact, all of them are locked away, right? But again, that hadith of the Prophet ﷺ seems to indicate that it's only a set of devils that are locked away, a set of shayateen that are locked away. What are the implications of this hadith, though, for us? And how do we actually keep our shayateen locked away, our devils locked away for good? Not just in the month of Ramadan, but after the month of Ramadan. The first thing that we should reflect upon is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ, that the only thing that the devils can do is they can whisper. They put ideas, they tempt, they try to cause us to not just disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but to be distracted from doing the good deeds of obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But on top of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also mentions that the shayateen do not have any sultan, they don't have any control over you, إِلَّا مَنِ اتَّبَعَكَ مِنَ الْغَاوِينَ, except for those that willingly follow them. And so in all situations, the shayateen the devils do not control anyone. They don't have ownership of you. The only thing that they can do is whisper. And it's your choice whether or not you entertain their temptations and entertain their whispers and allow yourself to go down that path. Okay? So it's your choice whether or not you give them that access to your heart and that access to your thoughts that they constantly seek throughout the day and throughout the night. Okay? So that's the first thing. They are capable of waswas, they're capable of whispering. They don't have control over you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions to us an-nafs al-ammara bis-su'. Inna an-nafs la-ammaratun bis-su', that the self commands evil as well. The self commands evil as well. Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah, he mentioned this, or he gave this example of a factory that is processing wheat. And he said that the only time that the shaitan finds an opening to be able to plant some of those seeds and plant some of that, some of those desires and those temptations and those whispers is when the shaitan finds a void, when the devil